I actually asked OpenAI, 35 female, no past medical history, presents with chest pain, which is pleuritic, worse with breathing, and she takes oral contraception pills. What's the most likely diagnosis? And OpenAI comes out with costochondritis, inflammation of the cartilage connecting the ribs to the breastbone. Then it says, and we'll come back to this, typically caused by trauma or overuse and is exacerbated by the use of oral contraceptive pills. Now, this is impressive. First of all, everyone who read that prompt, 35, no past medical history with chest pain that's pleuritic, a lot of us are thinking, oh, pulmonary embolism, blood clot, that's what that is going to be. Because on the boards, that's what that would be, right? But in fact, OpenAI is correct. The most likely diagnosis is costochondritis because so many people have costochondritis that the most common thing is that somebody has costochondritis with symptoms that happen to look a little bit like a classic pulmonary embolism. I wanted to go back and I wanted to ask OpenAI, what was that whole thing about costochondritis being made more likely by taking oral contraceptive pills? What's the evidence for that? OpenAI came up with this study in the European Journal of Internal Medicine that was apparently supposedly saying that. And I went in Google and I couldn't find it. I went on PubMed and I couldn't find it. I asked OpenAI, give me a reference for that. And I look up that and it's made up. That's not a real paper. It took a real journal, the European Journal of Internal Medicine. It took the last names, I think, and first names of authors who have published in said journal, and it sort of confabulated out of thin air a study that would apparently support this viewpoint that it must have picked up. It must have picked up the idea that OCPs, oral contraceptives, show up on the same page as chest pain causes. And so that it sort of started to figure out, oh, maybe costochondritis and oral contraceptives are related, when in fact, that's a red herring. It's really that people who are taking oral contraceptives have a higher risk of a pulmonary embolism. And those travel together on these internet pages, and OpenAI got fooled. But rather than admit that, I asked OpenAI for links and are you sure you're not wrong? And it stood its ground. So I was blown away by the accuracy of so much of what I did with the platform, OpenAI, but I was also scared that it was willing to lie to me to make up something to support a contention that was not real.